All right, let's dive into a really profound spiritual philosophy for attracting abundance. It's one that suggests the actual blueprint for your entire reality, well, it's been hidden inside your own mind this whole time. This all comes from the incredible work of Dr. Thurman Fleet.
So this is the exact question that set Dr. Thurman Fleet on a completely new path way back in the 1930s. See, he was a healer, and he started noticing this pattern over and over again. For so many of his patients, the biggest hurdle wasn't physical at all. It was something deeper, something you couldn't see.
And he came to this revolutionary conclusion: our own minds hold the hidden map to creating our reality. He was convinced he'd found the blueprint that translates our inner world, our thoughts and our faith, into the outer world of our experience.
So this big revelation, it builds into this really powerful framework for understanding how your mind actually works. Let's jump into the first part, the mind's blueprint.
Now, Dr. Fleet taught that this isn't just wishful thinking, not at all. It's an unbreakable principle of reality. Just like gravity, the law of mind is universal, and it never ever fails. It's always faithful to whatever seed, whatever image you plant in it.
But how do you explain something you can't see? Well, to help people really get this invisible process, he designed this simple, almost childlike drawing. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This diagram, which he called the Stickman, perfectly explains the two main parts of the mind and exactly how they work together to create the life you're living.
And the relationship between these two minds? The best way to think about it is with this powerful analogy. Your conscious mind is the captain of a ship. It has free will. It can choose the destination. But the subconscious mind, that's the crew down in the engine room. The crew doesn't ask questions, it just carries out the captain's orders, perfectly and without question.
Okay, so if the law is that simple, what's the catch? Right? Why do so many smart, hardworking people still struggle? Why doesn't just knowing this stuff change everything overnight?
Well, the philosophy points to this idea of being double-minded. It's this internal conflict. You might consciously say, I want success, I want abundance, but deep down, your subconscious is expecting failure, or maybe it feels unworthy. And guess what? It's the subconscious that always wins that fight.
This collection of subconscious beliefs has a name: the paradigm. Think of it like your mind's operating system. It was programmed a long, long time ago by your parents, your teachers, by society, and it just runs in the background, automatically controlling your results, and it often just overrides what you consciously want.
And this is absolutely crucial. You can't fight this programming with just brute force or willpower. According to this teaching, the subconscious doesn't respond to logic. It doesn't respond to effort. It understands a totally different language, the language of emotion, repetition, and faith. So this brings us to the really practical part, the how-to. Let's explore the specific tools that Dr. Fleet identified for rewriting this internal programming and literally creating a new reality from the inside out.
The most powerful tool of all is faith. But this isn't about blind hope. It's described as a kind of spiritual sight, the ability to see the invisible as if it were already a done deal. It's the energy, the bridge that lets an idea in the spiritual world become a hard fact in your physical world.
So, this leads us to a really practical, three-step process to impress a new image onto that subconscious mind. First, through constant repetition, you introduce the new idea. Second, by attaching powerful, positive emotion, like joy and gratitude, you give that idea life. And finally, through vivid imagination, you make it feel real, right here, right now.
Now, to support this reprogramming, daily discipline is everything. You have to guard your new mental state. You have to become a gatekeeper for your mind, consciously choosing the words you speak, the emotions you feel, the images you hold, and the actions you take, making sure they all line up with the new reality you're creating.
Gratitude and forgiveness are presented here not just as, nice moral things to do. They're seen as powerful spiritual technologies. Gratitude immediately shifts your focus to what you have, instantly raising your vibration. And forgiveness, that's like clearing out a dam. It releases all that trapped energy from the past and lets the flow of good back into your life. And all of this, it leads us to the most powerful transformation of all, because this isn't just about using mental tools. It's about a complete, total shift in how you see yourself and your place in the universe. This, right here, might be the greatest secret in this entire philosophy. Wealth isn't something you chase down or acquire. It's something you align with. It's something you expand into by fundamentally changing your self-image. Your outer world is just a mirror of your inner identity. So the instruction is crystal clear. You have to shift your consciousness. You have to stop seeing yourself as someone who is lacking and trying to get something, and start seeing yourself as an heir to infinite abundance, someone who is simply allowing it to flow through them.
When you truly grasp this, when you let it sink in, everything changes. Any fear of lack becomes impossible. I mean, how can there be lack in a universe of infinite supply when you realize you're a channel for that supply? You're not a victim of your circumstances. You are a co-creator of your reality.
And this brings us to the key takeaway. Prosperity isn't the ultimate goal. It's not the reward. It's simply the evidence. It's the natural byproduct of a mind that's aligned with this creative universal flow.
And that's the powerful idea right at the heart of Dr. Fleet's philosophy. It leaves us with a final question to really think about. If your mind is the channel, you hold the power to decide what flows through it, fear and lack, or faith and abundance. The choice is yours.